Welcome back to Andy PTV and welcome to day 2 in Istanbul. Today will be a very touristy style day. I'll be exploring many of the city's sights. I've been walking now for about half an hour away from taxi. Here I am on a street adorned with Palestine flags. Obviously there's a great deal of solidarity for Palestine here in Turkey and in Istanbul. It seems like a very lively little neighbourhood. Lots of nice little restaurants and eateries and cafes. And I'm here, Kervan Kebab. We've got an ishkender kebab, which is doner meat that comes with a tomato sauce, a chilli, and some like yogurt and cheese. There's a lot of butter in here, pepper. This is my first time trying this type of kebab, so just give it a go, see what it's like. The smells coming from this place are absolutely unreal. You can just smell all the butter and the meat. This smells delicious. It's a winner. It comes with pita as well, and here they've chopped the pita bread and laid it underneath the meat, so it soaks up all the juices from the sauce and the meat. That's a winning lunch, that. I had high hopes for this place because I saw a lot of locals stopping in, and that's always a good sign, of course. And it's tucked away in a little side street, a little away from all the tourist attractions, so that's another good sign. We also got a Turkish tea. To cut through all the meatiness of my meal. Very good job. Soon after this, I think I'll go grab an early afternoon beer. So that's a beer here. That's why I'm drinking tea. Talking to the rest of this. Beautiful little side street with lots of restaurants and cafes to choose from. But soon I'll be walking to Asia, and that's thirsty work. So I need to find somewhere I can grab a quick beer. We have 2 seconds to find a bar, so I'm going to have a nice pilsner. And look at the view we have. This wonderful little cosy side street full of restaurants. What a beautiful little street this is. I could probably spend a few hours just relaxing here, but I have a lot to do today, so I won't. This footage I won't be using in full because it was a complete waste of my time and it'd be a waste of yours. I wanted to take a boat across to the Asian side in Karakoy and went to the Galata port, where I wrongly believed that I could catch a ride. However, there was just private boat rides and high street shopping and restaurant franchises to be found. I left and eventually found the pier, where there would be a ferry that could take me from Karakoy in Beyoğlu to Kadıköy on the Asian shore. The most confusing and stressful process of obtaining something in my fucking life. Getting one of these takes the piss. The machine is so outdated and confusing that I had to get the help of a local person to try and sort it out for me, because it was just there was no assistance. If you have no idea what you're doing with it, then you're fucked. But anyway, it's really cheap, that's one bonus. But basically you've got to like print off a card, then top it up on the same machine and then activate it and then use it to get in, which when you haven't done it before it's quite stressful because there's no staff working in that area to give you any assistance. But anyway, here we are. We're on the boat. Quite love the boat actually. We've got like a bar, but I think they just do coffee and whatnot. Seems like this is going to take a long time to get there, probably about half an hour. Let's take a look outside. I think the guy was just selling tea and soft drinks. Not really bothered about that. So let's hope it doesn't take too long, so I can do another beer after pissing about. Off we go. Unfortunately, as I suspected, the guy doesn't sell beer. So So I got myself a little Turkish coffee instead, which is still piping hot, so I'm gonna have to wait for that to settle a little. Anyway, to expand on the drama from the machine with the cords, I ended up buying the wrong cord and topping it up before a local came and said, no, that's not what you need. You need this one, which is considerably cheaper, by the way. I think this one is just like unlimited one-day pass on buses, but it wasn't clear on the machine. It just wasn't clear, honestly. There's an option for different languages, but then when you select a different language, English in my case, it just reverted back to Turkish instantly. I mean, for a service used by so many millions of tourists every year, I would imagine, it's really inexcusable to be so antiquated and confusing. So anyway, that's about £7 that I've wasted on a fucking card that I'm probably not going to use, but whatever. It's a pretty quiet one. Quite a few people sat downstairs, but nobody up here, so I have this little area to myself. There's probably maximum 20 people on this particular boat. I would imagine the first and last boats of the day are considerably busier than this, given people will be commuting to and from work on these, I would assume. Anyway, let's enjoy the ride, enjoy my very first Turkish coffee. Let's get a little taste of that. My first Turkish coffee ever. I've heard good things. Should give me a lot of energy for the walking, the eating and the exploring that I'll be doing over on the Asian side. Which, by the way, I think this ride is going to be really quick. We seem to be like halfway there already. I just had the impression that it would take a long time. The fact that they sell coffees and sandwiches and stuff on here, I just thought, hey, you're going to be on for a bit of a long haul. But literally, we're halfway there. And we set off 2 minutes ago. And look, it's just a whole upper deck to myself. Maybe if I imagine that the unnecessary cord that I bought at first was just an extra cost to reserve this for myself, I'll feel a bit better. Wow. It's so strong and deep flavoured, but without being like unpleasant. It's very smooth and palatable, yet you can tell that this is absolutely loaded with caffeine. Look, pitch black. I asked for no sugar. I wanted to taste it as it is intended to be. I love that. One of these first thing in the morning every day would be ideal before my work commute back home. Here we are, the Asian side of Istanbul. Quite excited. This is actually only my second time in Asia. Funnily enough, the first time was when I was also in Turkey as a teenage boy with my friend on a resort holiday in Marmaris, which is on the Asian side of the country. But other than that, this will be my first probably cultural excursion to Asia. The Asian side of Istanbul, much more modernised. This looks almost like Central Europe with its kind of plain residential architecture, whereas the Europe side was a lot more expressive. I mean, look, this could be Slovakia or Romania. Interesting. I have no real idea where I'm going. I just crossed the road from the port. Now I'm walking straight uphill, I believe, in the right direction. That coffee's kicking in, by the way. Pot's racing. Found this cool little pub doing shots of vodka for 35 lira, which is about 90 pence. Of Bosphorous in Efes. Cool little bar that was. 2 beers, 2 vodka shots. I paid the equivalent of about £5, which is very good, considerably cheaper than the European side. Although that wasn't really like a touristy bar, so prices may differ even here. It was a very tiny little enclosed bar with just the locals, most of which actually worked there, present. Although very nice service, everybody in there spoke English, and yeah, you can't go wrong with the prices. Now I'm just heading down here towards a fish restaurant that I saw on Google. After all the meat that I've been eating the last couple of days, I figured fish would be a nice change, and apparently this is one of the best fish restaurants, not just in Kadıköy, but in Istanbul. So I'm here in the fish restaurant where we have a selection of everything from mackerel to swordfish to sea bass to sea bream and everything. So I'm gonna go for a couple of the fried fish. Amazing. They gave me the option between fried and grilled. I went for fried. Figured it would probably be the most tasty. I'm going for a little bit of salad with it. I don't know how much portion-wise. I'm not entirely sure, but we'll see. I don't know if they serve beer. We'll have to see about that. But it does look amazing, and it's clearly sea fresh, so I'm looking forward to trying it for the end of the meal. Oh, thank you. Here we have the salad to be served. Do you serve beer? Beer? No beer, no problem. No beer, but we can have water. That's alright. I'll grab another beer afterwards. So here we have 2 dips for the fish. We have some bread. We have some side salad. Let's see how it arrives. While I wait, let's try a little bit of the dips. First we'll go with this one. I'm not sure what that is. It's almost like a puree potato maybe. This one's obviously a chili dip. The chili dip is the one. Here we have it. Portion of swordfish. Some fried anchovies or whitebait maybe? They look a little bit bigger than whitebait, so I'm thinking anchovies. I'm no expert, but something of that effect, I'd imagine. Let's start by hitting that with some lemon. And then we're just going to try one of these as is, with no dip, no bread, no salad. Cheers. For a fish of that size, it's so meaty, and it does taste so fresh. That's pretty fantastic, to be honest. Now I'm gonna. Oh, it's so flaky and tender, like it almost falls apart when you touch it. But it's not dry, it's still fleshy and like delicious. I'm gonna hit it with a little bit of that. And then we're gonna scoop up a bit of that chili sauce. I'm not sure what this is. Sort of like fruit. Just give it a bit something extra. Go for it like that.
It looks good, smells good. That is just cooked perfectly. It takes like no resistance, it just melts almost. And look at the fatty part in the skin. It's like a good steak with a fish equivalent. Let's hit it with a little bit of that chili sauce. Fantastic. Now this is how you make a good little fried fish sandwich. Layer of rocket. Layer of dressed salad leaves. Tomato for the acidity, the freshness. Now we're going to leave the onion until after. I'm going to chuck in 2 of these bad boys. Then we're going to put on the onion. Just wrap it around so it stays in place. Splash both sauces on there. Squeeze a lemon. Another piece of bread. Goes like so. Go in for a good bite. Restaurant that I came to here, and I definitely recommend it if you like me and you really appreciate good fresh fish, because it's very unpretentious fried or grilled fish. The service and the food arriving at the table is very quick, very efficient. It's almost like fast food, but as fresh as you can get. Just going to get a taxi back over to the European side, but it was going to cost double because of the Eurasia Tunnel. No chance. I've already got a pass with some money on it, so I'm going to catch the ferry. Let's just hope that there is one setting off soon. I'm seeing one arriving into the port. I'm hoping it's the right boat. Let's see. It's worked out quite nicely. As soon as I arrived at the ferry station, there was a boat heading to Eminönü. I don't know how to pronounce that. Maybe I butchered it. But it's in the Fatih district, which is where this Hagia Sophia is, and it's where the Spice Bazaar is, and it's where everything that really I wanted to see. Check it out. The ferry dropped us over here. I have to cross this bridge to head to the Hagia Sophia and the Blue Mosque. And look at this city all road. It's almost like Budapest. It definitely reminds me of Budapest, but Turkish version, obviously. Instead of cathedrals, mosques. Very interesting. People fishing off the bridge, which I wasn't expecting. I wouldn't have thought you'd be able to get a license, or maybe they don't need one. But it's very beautiful at night. I'm glad I came here at this time rather than at the day. Lit up, it just seems as if it's so much better than it would be in the morning. Wow, look at this. Cool little spot, isn't it? Loads of people selling fish, restaurants, trying to get people off the streets into their places. Same old for Istanbul. I'm more interested if there's anywhere I can grab a beer. I'd like a beer just to people watch, you know, in this area, but it seems like it's just fish restaurants. And that's it. Let's cross over here. Let's go and get a good look at the mosque. I mean, look at that in the distance. Insane. That might be like in the top 3 most beautiful religious buildings that I've seen. It's got to be one of them, hasn't it? Look at it. Stunning. Little way to cross the road. The underground market. Look at this. I swear, if you're ever in a rush in Istanbul, expect to be late wherever you're going. It's just crowds after crowds and nobody's in a hurry, except me it seems. Everybody's just walking at like such a slow pace, you have to weave in and out like you're in Assassin's Creed or something. And look at this shit. Oh well. Look at it. Beautiful, we could go inside. I don't know if you're allowed photography, but we'll see. You know what was funny? I saw like 3 people in that little subway, all with the hair follicles all fucked up. Like, obviously they were here for hair transplants and shit, and just walking around with like red, bloody looking spots all over the head. You know when someone's been to Turkey, when they come back with a full hairline, fucking bright white teeth. Let's have a look. Inside the mosque. Oh my god. So I'm inside the blue mosque now. Obviously you have to take off your shoes out of respect for their religious customs. And this is just truly spectacular. Every detail in this building is just immaculate. Wow. Speechless, to be honest. This is incredible. People are in here with their personal prayers. I won't step onto the prayer section as a non-Muslim. I find that would probably be disrespectful. But I can admire from behind. But wow. This is just over there. As far as religious buildings go, this has to be right up there at the top. Incredible. I hope it's captured sufficiently on camera. It's beauty and intricate craftsmanship that went into building this place. Fantastic. Unfortunately, the Egyptian Spice Bazaar on the other side of these walls was just closed. There was a security guard ushering everybody away. So I can't get a look at that today. But here we have people selling all kinds of sweets and dates and baklava and all the traditional Turkish sweets. It's really quite impressive. If you've got a sweet tooth, you could not go wrong here. We also have cheeses, oils. Yeah, this is a spice market. We've got everything. And the smell of the spices, these are what many of the iconic Turkish dishes are going to be cooked with. It's a sensory overload in here. I'm always tempted to like buy some spices, but it's just I don't know whether I'm paying a good price and how I'm going to transport them home properly with such small space for carrying things. But I like walking through them and appreciating nonetheless. Let's go this way. There's more. Incredible. After much hill climbing, I've made it to Hagia Sophia. I'm not sure if I was supposed to go through that side entrance, by the way, but I'm not sure. It was open, nobody else was coming through it, so I say it's fair game. Anyway, pretty impressive, but I've got to say I do prefer the Blue Mosque. But we haven't seen it inside yet, so I'll reserve judgment until such time that I do. It was originally built as a cathedral. It does have the layout of one.
This iconic building was originally a church, built in the 6th century under the direction of the Byzantine Emperor Justinian I. After the Turkish conquered Constantinople in 1453, it was repurposed as a mosque. In 1934, the President of Turkey at the time secularized the building and turned it into a museum. Recently, in 2020, Erdogan, the current President of Turkey, made the controversial decision to revert it back into a mosque.
No, we're all good. It's not prayer time.
Beautiful courtyard. I mean, look at the staggering size of this place. This is fairly unreal. And there's hardly anybody here. This is like one of the most famous mosques in the world, and I'm like alone, basically. Maybe I'm not actually supposed to be here, I don't know. Absolutely stunning. My shoes, left them outside. Look at this. Wow, it's huge. Very similar layout to the Blue Mosque. Obviously we have the prayer area on the other side here, and here is where you can just sort of just chill and take in the beauty of the building itself. Go over there if you want to pray. Again, I won't step over there. Beautiful. Truly is beautiful. Gardens are just as beautiful. Here is the entrance specifically for prayer, whereas the one I came through was for tourists to admire the building. There is where you go if you're a Muslim and you just want to go straight in and pray. I think it's truly beautiful. Which one do you think, guys? Now, having seen both, the Blue Mosque and Hagia Sophia, which one's your favourite? If you got this far in the video, which maybe like 2 of you have, please let me know in the comments which one you prefer and if you have a reason why. I'm going to go with Blue Mosque. I just think Blue Mosque is just spectacularly beautiful, colourful, vibrant, and unlike any other building I've seen. So that's my vote, but I'd love to know what other people think. After all that walking, I really want a beer.